Hey guys, I just picked up this used 2009 Honda XR650L and I'm going to take it for its first real ride today. I hope you enjoy the video.
My wife and I have been wanting to ride together for a long time, and my poor wife is only 4'8" and she really can't touch the ground on any motorcycles. So, as you know from our other videos, we've been riding the Can-Am Ryker together, and she's always been on the back, and I've been teaching her how to ride it, and she's been really enjoying herself. So, what I wanted to do was find a used street and trail motorcycle, something that didn't break the bank, and I was looking for something under the $4,000 mark, and that was kind of the price point that we could afford. And it didn't really matter the year, the brand, as long as the bike was in good shape. But I was kind of going towards the Suzuki or possibly the Kawasaki or Honda end of the spectrum there. And I got lucky one day. I was on Facebook Marketplace, and the posting was literally up for 27 minutes, and I saw this bike, and it was $3,500 for a 2009 Honda XR650L, and it had 4,100 miles on it. And I'm like, you know, let's go check this out. Is this too good to be true? What kind of shape is it going to be in? And got to the gentleman's house. Very, very nice guy, and his son was also there. They let me take it for a test drive through Kingston, and absolutely fell in love with the bike. Super well maintained, really clean, great owners, and I didn't even negotiate with them. I'm like, sold. This has to be ours. And finally, my wife and I are going to get the ride together. She's going to take the Can-Am Ryker. I'm going to take this bike, of course, and we're going to broaden the channel out a little bit here. I'm going to post some Honda videos of me riding. I'm going to have some Can-Am Ryker videos also. They're not going away, guys. Don't worry about that. And we're going to do some group rides together where she's on the Ryker, I'm on this. We're going to probably have some dual cameras going. It's going to be cool. So hopefully enjoy the new direction of the channel here. And I'm not going to forget about anybody, trust me. I am a little rusty here, and as you can see, I'm going to take the bike into the dirt here for the first time. This is my first ride on this bike after buying it, and I just put some new mirrors on it. You're going to see a review for these mirrors coming up in the following month here. Heading down this trail here. This is land where I grew up on, and I'm going to take it slow through here. I haven't been on this trail for 15 years, so I haven't been in the dirt for 15 years or shifted a manual bike in probably about 5. So, alright guys, let's try this hill here. Wow, loving the power of this thing. Definitely impressed with the bike so far. Let's get this thing parked.
Well guys, I figured I'd show you the bike here after I climbed that little hill, and this is the first time I have the bike in the dirt here, and I think I did pretty good with this bike. It's in really, really nice shape. It's running top notch, and you gotta excuse me here, I'm a little bit rusty. It's been probably about 15 years since I've been on a dirt bike, and that's the first hill I just climbed, and again about that time. But this here is where I grew up, and this is where I learned how to ride, and it never looked like this before. It's a trash heap now, and it's kind of I don't know, depressing. This is where I learned to ride when I was 10 years old, and I grew up on a street and trail bike, and to see the land that I love in such bad shape here, it's just, I don't know, I don't even know what to say. People are just pigs, I guess, when it comes to dumping and everything else. But you could see, you know, the former beauty of what this place actually looked like here. And in my day, I've actually climbed all of these hills, and as I get more comfortable here, you know, I think I'm gonna be bringing you some videos of me climbing these again, and I know I'm not a young man anymore, that's for sure, but like I said, this place was a lot of fun back in the day, and I just wish it didn't look like this.
Alright guys, I want to give the hill another try here. Alright, here we go. Down the hill for the first time. Gotta get used to the way this bike handles and the looseness of the gravel again. Like I said, please forgive me, I'm very, very rusty at riding, so as I get more accustomed to the bike, you're gonna see some more crazier stuff, me opening up a lot more, but I definitely want to hit this hill one more time. Here we go. Definitely impressed with this bike. I'm absolutely in love here, and I'm going to take it a little slow through these trails. I really don't know where they lead to anymore, and they're kind of cut a little different than what I remember. I'm going to try to make my way out to the road that's over here. I got to get myself a true dirt helmet. I'm still riding my street helmet that I have the camera mounted to that I use on the Riker. I think once I get out of here, I'm going to head up to Larksville Mountain and see how fast I can get this thing going, and try to get a little more accustomed to it on the hills and the straightaways. That'll get me back into the cornering again. Alright, this path heads right out to the road. I remember this trail. Right out here is actually the street that I grew up on. Alright guys, heading down the street that I grew up on here. That dark green house on the right hand side was where I used to live when I was younger, and great place. I had great parents and just good memories of there. And the coal banks that I was just on there, the backyard of my house actually led out to those coal banks. There was no street behind my house, and it was amazing. I just pulled out of the yard, learned how to ride, learned how to shift, and it was amazing. I remember my first bike. It was a Benelli 65 Hurricane. Now, I didn't have to shift that bike. I got that bike when I was around 8 years old, and if I remember correctly, I think that bike brand new was around $500. So there's a mini bike dealer down in Plymouth that sold them, but I remember going up to New York when I was around 10. It was close to the New York border with my brother Dave, and we ended up picking up a used Yamaha 1972. It was a DT2 250 Street and Trail, and that bike was incredible to learn on, and that's actually how I learned how to ride and shift and everything. And it was a big burly bike. It was all steel. The rims were steel. I mean, this thing was a tank of a bike. And if you could ride that bike, you could ride anything. And once I got out on the road, it was like second nature riding. And you know what? I owe a lot to me growing up and just having a great family. So anyway, guys, I'm on the mountain here. Let's get this thing opened up and see how I can take these corners here. So far, very, very impressed with the bike. It's running great, and I really do have to thank the old owner for taking such good care of it. And like I said, an amazing people, and I only met them for a little while, but they just seem like a really top-notch family here. Now getting the bike up to some speed here. It's cornering very well. I'm not getting on it as hard as I normally would. I just still feeling uncomfortable here and trying to figure out how the gearing is and everything else. But it's moving. It's definitely moving. I love the big burly sound of the motor here, and it's only a single cylinder 650, and it's carbureted. It's a monster to warm up, but I definitely knew that when I was buying it. So man, this thing is fun. No regrets, guys, no regrets. You're going to see a lot more videos with me on this bike and the Riker and everything else, so hopefully you like the new direction of the channels, guys. Stick around, and hopefully we can have some fun together, and hopefully enjoy the vlogs. I just can't believe how much fun this is. It's a blast. The Riker and this bike are awesome, and I gotta tell you, they're each incredibly fun in their own way. So I love my Riker, and now I love my Honda. Anyway, let me pull into here, guys. I'm gonna end the video very shortly. Let's get this thing parked.
Alright guys, I'm going to end the video right here today. I hope you enjoyed my first ride on my new 2009 Honda XR650L, and like I said, I was very rusty today. I definitely got to kick the rust off, and it's been a long time since I've been on a bike like this. But anyway guys, I appreciate you watching, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Thanks again.